What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tomboy After Dark. I am your host, Kristin Miles, and I'm joined by my co-host, Lela Martone Smith. How you doing?
I am fantastic, girl.
Yeah, girl, how you doing?
How we getting into it?
She's been wanting to check in. Let's check in.
I love a check-in. Okay, honey. So we're gonna do a check-in. So what's been going on this week? We've had a lot going on. We're making the most of our time while I am here physically in the same place. And we've been having a lot of fun, a lot of catching up time and making a lot of content. You know, we're working on some things, y'all. We're working on some things. I'll let Kristin tell you about that.
Yes, and we should have explained that immediately after the intro because it is brand new. We are changing the name of the podcast to Tomboy After Dark. This goes along with some of the other changes that we've talked about with the brand and just getting spicier. And yeah, I'm excited. That's all I'm really going to say right now, but that's part of the transition and evolution of moving forward into the future.
Yeah. You know, we got some things in the works and we're super excited for y'all to see them. We're super excited about them. And this is just part of the evolution. So come join us. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Evolve or move.
Right. Evolve or die.
Evolve or leave.
Evolve or die. Hello, Darwin. Okay. You know?
And I got so excited about checking in with you. I forgot to say, I think Lela was suggesting that we should have this be a segment where we're checking in with each other. And yes. I totally agree. I love that we have a couple of minutes of small talk in the beginning where we can just chat about what's going on with us. And she thinks that it should be like a sure thing that we do, and it has its own little vibe, which I don't dislike. I love the idea, and I think that we should each give something that is on our mind that is zapping our energy, and then something that is currently giving us life. And if we just, do that every week.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to hear it, we'll tell you. And
I want to hear it.
I want to hear it. Yeah. Okay. And this will be good, especially when we're away too, just to give us we talk pretty much every day, but this is a formal check-in. I like it.
Yeah, because I can see you. And
yeah.
Although she does love a FaceTime. Y'all, you're like a Gen Zer or something with the FaceTime. And isn't that the generation that likes to FaceTime?
I don't even know. We need to do a whole thing on generations too.
Okay. Yeah, because my brother loves to FaceTime. He's always like, FaceTime me.
But you have to understand, like living overseas and stuff, when I talk to people, I don't get to see them in person.
Sure.
So to me, FaceTime has just become such a, you want to see them because you're 8,000, 10,000 miles away. So it's nice instead of like a phone call. You just want to see their face, their reaction, especially if you've got something exciting to tell them. I've gotten like FaceTime has become a thing, a huge thing, video chatting and Zooms. And I mean, me and my husband, before we lived in the same place, we Zoomed every single night for hours and hours. It was like, we were just there together, spending our night together,
Yeah, I love it.
That's how we made it work.
Yeah.
That's how we made it work.
I get it. Mm-hmm. It's just, it seems like there's a generation, and I do think it's the Gen Zers that are using it like just to call and chat with their buddy that they were at school with half an hour ago.
And stay on the phone all night.
Yes.
They'll stay on the phone for hours and hours and hours. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what is something that's zapping your energy right now?
Okay. I am just feeling a little overwhelmed. I don't, get to come home for a long period of time. So just trying to make time to like see everybody and like do the right thing. And, all this work that we're doing and stuff, it's just like, you get this panic feeling of like, are people going to be upset with me that I didn't go out of my way to see them? But I had to learn, and I learned the hard way in some cases, that being away from people, you learn what position those people truly want to be in your life, And at first, when I would come home, it would be all, just so amazing.
Everybody
wanted, but then they slowly fall off, or you get the comments of, oh, it must be nice, or, oh, this and that, whatever. And then, through the years, you see who your friends are, who are the people that keep in touch with you, that don't only talk to you and hit you up when you land, because that happens. Oh my God, you're home. I miss you so much. I haven't talked to you since last time I was home, and I didn't talk to you before that either. Like, and some people just aren't meant to be in our lives forever, and that's okay. But you learn it. So
sure.
So that, it's always a hard balance here, because I want to spend as much time as I can with my family and my nieces and nephew, but I also want to see everybody. And then, a lot of them. Right. And then sometimes you see people and it's, they don't want to make the effort, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. So that zaps my energy. It's always like this crazy balance. Like, I'm so happy to be home, and I love spending time with all my people and the people I love and care about. And then it's just like making sure that you give everybody what they want, you know? And it's just hard because it's just me, but I mean, I love it. It's an amazing feeling to have, you know, people in my life that I need to worry about.
Absolutely.
You know, seeing, because a lot of people just don't have that either, but.
Well, it's hard to just maintain the schedules and remember who's doing what and when you're going to be able to see who and what they've got going on, and everything doesn't stop just because you're here, but they want it to.
Exactly.
Although you got to tell the story about early dismiss. Just tell it real quick.
Okay. So what gives me joy, and this will go with it, is being able, like, after we record this, I'm heading straight to my sister's house. I'm going to see my nieces and nephew. They are like I don't have any kids. I don't want any kids. Nothing against it. We've talked about on the podcast before, but my nieces and nephew are my, like, you know, anyway. And my husband's kids, like, they've been introduced to my life. We got a grandkid. That's a whole other story. But anyway, love them. It's amazing. So fulfilling. So that is my happy, is that I get to go do that. Like, I get to see these people and spend this time with them. And it just makes my heart just explode. But part of that, I picked my niece and nephew up last week for early dismissal. You know, we go out to lunch, we go to the movies. My niece was about 5. I think she was in kindergarten, and I was home. And I mean, imagine me as a 5-year-old. Okay. That is my niece, Olivia. She is, like, just amazing. And so she's looking at me and she's like, Auntie, I have to talk to you about something. There's this thing happening at my school where kids are just, like, disappearing. She was like, they just leave. The teacher doesn't care. And then they just don't come back. And the next day they come back and the teacher isn't even mad. And I was like, what is it? She was like, I've heard it's called early dismiss. I said, okay. So of course I tell my sister, I'm picking this little girl up tomorrow. We're having early dismissal, whatever. So I get to walk into her because my sister taught at the school at this time. I walk into her classroom. She looks at me, drops what's in her hand, and says, is this early dismiss? So we get in the car. She looks at me. She goes, so now what? What do we do? What does this mean? I said, we do whatever we want. She said, this is the best day of my life. So every year when I come home, it's always a thing. I go get them, and they still call it early dismiss, and it's just a thing. And these are the moments that give me life right now, like knowing I'm going to see them in an hour, you know? So
I love that yours was kind of the same, because mine was kind of the same, flipped inside out too, because I'm just going to get right into it.
Get into it.
We're having our bedroom and bathroom remodeled, and Lela can attest to the fact that there is no floor, no walls,
nothing.
Everything has come out of there, and all of those things that were in there are now in my living room. And trash bags, because I'm attempting to haul most of these things away from this address. And
we have dogs too.
Oh yeah. And we're maneuvering all of that. And the joy is that I will have a brand new bedroom and bathroom. So I am simultaneously trying to cram all the content I can with Lela into a week and a half, as well as
remodeling your house.
Pick out colors, fixtures, metals, flooring.
Flooring, framing,
bathtubs, showers, all
tile,
the things.
No tile.
Doors. Yeah. So it's exciting. I'm super pumped. You probably might even be able to hear them in the background a little bit. Sorry. And I'm really pumped. Like, I cannot tell you, this will be life-changing for me.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Right. I feel like people don't give the space that they live in enough credit.
No.
Clean your house. Like, if you walk into some place that you feel comfortable and just, that needs to be your home, you know, and like, make it comfortable for you. I mean, clean and whatever is not the same for everybody, but that feeling. So right now, when your whole house is upside down, you just feel like life is just not lifing. Like, it's just not.
No, it's not.
There's no direction. Yeah.
No, this morning I had to get my hair done. I had to be there at 9 this morning. I had to find the closest outfit that I could wear out of the house. And then I couldn't find my shoes. And then realized they were in the motorhome, but they were in a part where I would have had to pull the slide outs out. And it was like 8:20 when I realized that. Yes. And then I had to be at the salon. So I just said, screw it. And I did my thing, and it was fine. Everybody lived. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
But, yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm really pumped. I'm so excited. I can't say it enough.
Right. So it's both your things.
I've walked in there at least 12 times just to say I am so grateful to you guys right now. Just so you know, I'm sure they
it's hot now. It's hot now here.
This woman has never, this woman has never enjoyed a bathroom experience in her life if she's this excited.
Like Kristen's getting real excited about, maybe we'll have to do a separate episode about.
I'm so excited about decorating it and things like that and all that stuff. So
I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see your accent wall.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to have to come up with a name for this little segment. Something that has something to do with our zapping our energy and our joy. Okay. What's giving us life. So yeah, it's giving me life that I'm going to have a bathroom. And she had early dismiss.
Yeah. So here we are. Yeah. And we're getting to spend all this time together. Like, we don't get to do this often. So this has been a fabulous excuse of 40% work and 60% of us just spending time together. And that's fine too.
Hey girl, hey.
That's fine too. Hey girl, hey.
Well, I feel like there's so much that needed to be fleshed out when we were in person together anyway, that I was kind of expecting it. Yeah. I did think that we had that extra week next week where I'm going to be gone. Right. So now
Kristen's going to a race.
That irritates me a little bit, but that's my fault. I just didn't, for some reason, I did not have this one race on my Google Calendar. Uh-huh. For some reason. Yeah. It's just this one race. So we're going to Maryland next week.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I love this racetrack. It is really fun. Yeah. Okay. So
there we are.
Today's topic.
Let's get into it now.
Well, I'm trying to find a way to keep that a segment.
Right. My words just went out of my mouth. I was like, look, that now.
No, I completely forgot what we were going to talk about today. But then it just reminded me, shorts. Yes. We want to talk about shorts.
We're going to talk about shorts and summer attire. Let's
mostly
talk
shorts
about it.
Because
mostly
it's a pain in the ass to find shorts. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking denim shorts. Really, denim, I think, might be the go-to, but running shorts, any type of short is really pretty difficult to find. Yeah. And I think a lot of people look at me and think, oh, she could probably wear whatever she wants.
Right. I kind of do.
Yeah. No. That is not the case, and I don't think it matters what size you are. You are going to still have, specific things that you can wear that look right on you, a specific short length. If mine get too long,
links are a thing.
I can look real stubby really quick. Yeah. And if they're too short, obviously they're just, not even appropriate for so many reasons.
And but a lot of people don't care about that.
A lot of people don't care about that. But for me, I like a big baggy short right now. I'm pretty.
That's your vibe.
I'm pretty into the vibe. Yeah.
You're doing the low ride or the.
Oh yeah, I could definitely do the. Gabe loves a low rise, y'all. That is his fetish. Y'all.
Wow.
A low-rise jean. He loves a low-rise pant.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure I can show any part of my body, but when I take a photo and he can see this part of me, he gets all kind of twisted. He's like, that's mine. I don't want anybody seeing that. But obviously, in a pair of low-rise pants, they're on display.
It's sexy now.
But they've always been my favorite. Obviously, I'm a product of the 2000s, 90s. So I like a low rise. I don't mind a high rise. I can rock that too. But just now the era that I'm in is definitely a baggy lower rise situation. If I'm not in a dress, I am in XLs. Yeah. Something.
But you still look cute. And I feel like the styles though now have just I feel like every the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s has such a specific style. You can dress up as Halloween as someone from the 80s. You can dress up. Sure. But if you look at current day, it's just whatever. If you want to wear skinny jeans, wear them. If you want to wear low rise, high rise, bell bottom. Now bell bottoms are back. That's a thing. I got 2 pairs of bell bottom cross waist pants. We talked about it last episode. Killer. It just does something to you. So there isn't if you had to dress up as someone from this moment in time, you couldn't.
Well, I think in general we've gotten better as a society at dressing for our body type a little bit better. And I also think there's been this huge push towards minimalism and a minimalist look that was kind of like Jennifer Aniston's style or matching sets or just something that's cleaner and interchangeable, capsule wardrobes, that kind of thing. Investment pieces where people are just streamlining things to make it easier to get dressed. Yeah. And I love that,
Me too.
but
Me
I
too.
also really like to get dressed. Like,
Right.
when it's time to go somewhere.
But now you can wear whatever you want. There's no like, oh, I'm going to look like I don't belong. You go places and you've got girls dressed in for everything from stripper clothing to ball gown dresses to suit attire to street attire, and no one cares anymore. And I love it. I love it because
I think some people care.
Well, those people don't matter.
Yeah, I love it. People do care.
They do. They do. Of course they do. I can name a few places around here, a few towns. But, you know, I just feel like I think now as women, and we've talked about this before, is people are owning it, you know? So like in the past, my body style, I could never wear a tight, like low rise jean. My butt, where's it? It doesn't even stay in it, you know? But now there are clothes that I can wear that are, you know, like fashionable and stuff that fit my body better, you know? And it's like, back then it was so...
Yeah, because
it felt like it was so sanctioned on what everybody was supposed to be wearing. And like my big old booty, I'm not wearing no low rise.
Not even that, just the simple fact that clothing is not made for your body. It's made for a bunch of bodies.
Right.
So unless you're going to have something custom fitted and tailored to your body, you can't be mad at that pant. It ain't that pant's fault. You don't look good in
but
it.
now we have the freedom. Everybody's like, you know, bigger girls are wearing less and less clothes, and that's okay. Back 20 years ago, if you were above 200 pounds, they expected to wear, you know, baggy t-shirts and baggy pants, because heaven forbid that you have any confidence that you like your little jiggle, you know?
It works it works the opposite both ways.
Right.
Look at both ways.
Look at both ways.
It works that way for smaller people too, though, because like a girlfriend of mine, we're at Free People and we're shopping, and I saw this cute denim dress. It was shorter, but it was kind of blousy and didn't have much of a shape to it. And she was like, "Oh my God, you're way too hot for that dress." And I said, "Well, yeah, sometimes you just want to go to the grocery store.
Right.
Like, I don't need every time I step out of the house to be attracting all of this attention." Right. And like, I don't even know what the goal would be for her in that instance. But for me, I'm stressing so utilitarian. Do you do that? Are you like preparing for the weather, the activities you have that day?
I tried to make Shane understand. He's like, "Oh yeah, today we're going to run around it." And I'm like, what does running around entail? I need to know what kind of shoes. Right. And not even like, oh, do I need these heels or that? No. With my husband, we might be going hiking. So I need like my special hiking shoes so I don't fall off these cliffs. Or we might be going out to the movies where I need a blanket because it's minus 25 degrees. Or we're going on a walk in the park to sit outside and eat, you know, bread dipped in beans. Like, you just never know. So when he's like, "Yeah, let's go run and get some coffee," I'm like, what is
coffee and
I prepare. I will bring a bag and be able to change of shoes. I got this. Right. I got water. We are ready to go because you just never know. Yes, I am very much, when I ask if I'm coming to your house,
telling you.
Now I've got it down. I wear certain shoes when I come in here. I got my bag set up. I got my bag separated for what we need for what. I'm ready. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So trying to dress for the gym, feeding the goats, whatever I've got to do that day, a sponsor meeting, I could just be sitting at the house. Whatever it is I'm thinking about, what am I going to need? What's the weather? It's a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
All the time.
Like a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
The other day, that's what I was going to say. The other day, I met somebody for lunch. It was Gabe and the guys from the shop. And somebody asked me, was I going for a hike? Because I had on my hiking boots.
It's like the middle of hot
and like
South Carolina summer.
I had on hiking boots, and like, I guess the shorts did look pretty outdoorsy. Like
were they khaki?
Strappy cargo khaki things.
Strappy cargo khaki. Where else would you be going? Like, where else are you actually going?
But when I'm on the... Okay, so I'm tongue-tied because of this. On the days that I'm here, and maybe I have to clean out the goat pen, and the dogs need baths, or there's something in the yard that's got to be taken care of, or maybe for my exercise that day, all I'm doing is walking in the yard with the dogs. Then, yes, the
hiking boots are appropriate.
They're appropriate. We have a few acres. We are all over it. I can wash them off when I go in the goat pen to see him, and get them what they need. And I mean, sometimes I look like I'm going for a safari.
On a Monday.
Some days it looks like I'm about to ride a bull.
Today she looks like she's about to go to the club, you know?
There's no telling.
There's no telling. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's okay.
I totally agree.
It's totally okay.
When I did Meals on Wheels, I would show out. I would wear like the most colorful things. I would buy things specifically because I thought the people on my Meals on Wheels route would appreciate it. And it did. You could see their faces when they could tell that I had like
someone's putting in this effort
into this hour of my day or whatever. I don't do it anymore. But it was just time. It was time.
Right. I mean, it is. But you did it.
Yeah, it was really fun and rewarding. So shorts. Short lengths is a big deal. I know what my preference is, but I'd like to hear yours first.
I don't wear shorts.
Ever? You don't even wear running shorts or athletic shorts?
Kristin.
Sleep shorts?
Kristin. Girl, I haven't worn shorts since the 11th grade.
Why?
I swear to God. I would wear skirts for a little while. I don't like my legs. We just, listen.
I'm with you, and whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I just don't. I got a lot of leg, y'all.
No chance there's an inch of your body that's not pretty.
No. I mean, okay. It's not pretty to me. Anyway, we're not going to get into all that. What I'm saying is I haven't worn shorts since the 11th grade because I got a big old booty and I'm a thicker woman. And they just don't my legs. But when I did buy shorts, it's always the crotch. Is it too low? Is it too high? Is it staying up? And then when you sit down, is it cutting into your thighs? All these things. But
a lot of the short length has to do with the shape of your thigh too. Yeah. So for me, I feel like I would put a shorter length on you.
Yeah. Oh, longer length makes me look like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
I used to wear, I used to wear like short skirts and because, I got to, that.
Yeah. And your leg has like a shape.
Yeah. But it's like, anyway,
okay. Mm-hmm. Well, for me personally, I already said I'm into the big baggy ones, so I don't even know why I said it. I'll tell you later.
You know what I am into though? Thigh huggers and little, what do you call them?
Thigh huggers on a man?
Hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy shorts. Yes.
Hoochie daddy shorts. Yeah, thigh huggers is the brand.
Yes.
No, we're not, no paid promotion, none of that. We're just, my husband owns like half their stock now. My husband has beautiful legs. Beautiful legs. He got thick, muscular thighs. I love it. So I'm all here for it. I love it. And when he's walking around that little gym, just tooting his little horn in them little booty shorts.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Yeah.
Toot toot. I'll be watching him like toot toot, baby. Listen, if you got the legs, even if you don't, you know what? Empower men. Let's do it. Get some thigh huggers. Get some hoochie daddy shorts. Rock them.
Yeah,
don't let your thing hang out though.
I like a thigh on a man.
I love.
Yeah, I like it.
I would take a nice thigh over like men's thighs.
There's something seductive about them.
There is. They're just powerful. Yeah. They're like sturdy. They're just strong.
They can be.
Yeah. Some are. And then there's some little tiny men that are real sturdy too now. But I feel like the shorts evolution for men has changed. Remember when we were growing up, they were below the knees. They looked like capris. Then they went right above the knees and everybody wore like the surfer shorts. And now it's like the past like 5-6 years.
They crept up.
They starting to show a little thigh.
Yeah.
And now it's okay. We don't be in Speedos like Europe.
We see a lot of it at the bodybuilding shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, they're into the thigh huggers.
Love
for
them.
Sure. They love showing their thighs. I'm not mad about it. Gabe actually will train in leggings, which I think is cool.
I think it's sexy.
Yeah.
Especially, if you look good in leggings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wearing short shorts though.
Who?
Gabe.
Oh, Gabe, yeah, no.
It's not his vibe.
Yeah.
That's not his vibe.
It's if my husband could prance around in his thigh huggers every day of his life, he would. He would.
Maybe he needs to
soar through the world.
Well, he probably has plenty of Ranger shorts.
Yeah, he has every.
Yeah.
If it exists, like workout. Yeah. Thing wise, whether it's this type of short, that type, this type of insert, that he got it. He got it. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to find leggings that'll stay up and not fall down my butt. That's all.
All right, so you're out on the shorts conversation.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well then can we please talk about tube tops?
Yeah,
a slight tube top obsession, and I thought you might relate after you wore your tube dress yesterday.
We had tube top dresses on yesterday. We didn't even know it, except mine kind of made me look like a rectangle because it didn't go in. I was just standing there kind of awkward. It was awkward.
Neither one of us knew what to do with our hands when we weren't recording in a setting like this.
We're used to this. We're used to looking. Right. Okay. So you see the whole video where Kristin at one point's and now I'm playing with my hair because I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm setting them down. Then I'm so she was talking at one point and I had she could have been speaking in tongues. And I was just does this look weird with my hands? does this look, when was the last time I moved them? Am I moving them too much? Literally that was.
And I told her there was a point where I'm like, at that exact minute, I was thinking to myself, okay, I've done this with my hands now. What am I going to do next? And I have no idea what she was saying. So half the episode, I think we're both looking at each other like.
But then you just started clapping. You were like this.
So my favorite moment.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's so ridiculous. That series I do think is going to be fun. You guys are going to like that.
It is.
We're by no means experts, but we
just shared our little things, like what we like.
You run out of content. It's like, what should I talk about next? Let's talk about myself.
Essentially what we're doing today. I mean, that's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I just feel like I think the primping and the look, like, how do you look? I think checking that is normal and useful because we don't have somebody here doing it for us. I do think when it gets a little excessive, like when you have a podcast guest on and they look at themselves at a time and they're like, I'm like this, and they're like trying to figure out pose. Sometimes I can watch the Today Show and I can tell the person they're interviewing is looking at themselves on the monitor. Right? It's so obnoxious.
I know. Well, this was weird to get used to at first too, because I'm like, do I look there?
Well, I like looking at you here because I can like get in as a viewer.
But then I'm so tempted to look at you here because I'm just used to talking to you. But
either way, I'm so into you being here and being able to do this.
It's been amazing. Right, it's been so amazing. I'm going to be sad to leave just because I'm going to go back to computer life, and then the time difference just sucks. That's what sucks the most. But yeah, we're at 27 minutes.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about shorts. I thought you were going to have more to weigh in on that, actually.
When have you last seen me in shorts in your memory?
It might have been high school working at McAllister's.
It was the khaki shorts. It was
so hot that you were like, I'm wearing shorts to work.
Yeah, because I was.
And I remember you kind of being irritated that you had chosen to do that.
Yeah. I got too much. It just it's a lot going on.
Like two bulldog puppies,
right?
Wrestling
puppies, girl, grown dogs. Those are breeding dogs back there, honey.
All right, guys, that's it for us today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe to the page, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye, guys.